I want to say, we are deeply sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry. We're sorry. I'm deeply sorry. Sorry.
Oh, fuck. Welcome back to the...
Let's just start it back with a little racism.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, who said it was... it was only racist when you mentioned it. I was basking in the glory of it.
Ooh.
First of all, I think I speak for both of us when I say sorry. We apologize. We're sorry. Dude, you know, I actually thought about... That's going to have to be the intro. But, we are sorry.
We got a little cerveza peenie going on right now.
I got hit. Oh shit! I got hit by the Kia Boys.
Have we not talked about that?
Nope. We haven't shot an episode.
Yeah, we
since,
have.
No. We released an episode because it was released before, and I forgot to put it out. So we've had one episode. I think we've skipped about 2-3 weeks now.
My new place?
Yeah.
You had your car still?
I had my car. Maybe I... Yeah,
I don't know.
No. It was an old episode, and I had my car on all of our old episodes at your place. We haven't done an episode since my car got stolen, but
Made it a little difficult.
has made it difficult. Thankfully, we're coming to you live today from my bedroom, the corner of my bedroom.
From the dungeon.
AJ's standing behind the beautiful Michelangelo. It's a one of one, actually. It's not a replica. It's the real deal. Yeah, I mean,
Feels old.
I kind of live in the lap of luxury, so if I say I want a painting, I'm gonna get something along.
The painting.
I'm gonna get something along the lines of artists you think of names like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Vincent van Gogh. These are the type of guys that those are the type of guys that they're actually just sophisticated enough that I actually relate to them as men. You know, it's just like most artists are so contrived and they're just they're so pseudo. But these guys, I think, are they're so sophisticated, a lot like myself. That's why I keep those type of guys around.
Yeah. That's sick.
But regardless of that, man,
you want some sophistication to your art.
Yeah, regardless of my beautiful interior design, as I'm cuddling up against a moving blanket on my wall, one of which you'd see.
Is that just for sound or for insulation?
It's for sound, but it's the type of blanket you'd see inside of a project housing elevator, if there is one.
Yeah.
At that.
On the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I told you I'm a sophisticated man. Things don't. I never said it was going to be easy to get where I'm coming from, you know. And I don't blame you if you don't.
It's complex.
But you get me. And that's why we host this show together.
Sometimes
the motherfucking Jagaloon Show. Yeah. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
It's good to be back on camera.
It's nice.
I've been playing video. Dude, I'm telling you, the handheld is nice. Yeah. I'm saying
I'm more mobile than I am
much.
with the booms.
So much, and you have good enough mic etiquette that it's not going to be a problem for you. Where you're like, and then Fred did this, you know.
What I was saying, the really important part.
I was doing that the whole. I even knew better to do that because other people do that, and I always got to adjust them. And I even was doing that in the last episode or the last guest we had.
You know the dude that's always in. Well, it was kind of part of the bit. I think you should leave. And his comedy is like weird.
It's the black dude?
No, the weird looking white guy. No, not Sam Richardson or whatever. But the guy who you might have seen his stand up. He's like,
oh, he yells.
How do they get him so fast?
Yeah. That guy I think is in Joe Pera too.
Joe Pera?
Yeah, whatever it's called. Joe Pera Teaches or whatever that show is on Adult Swim. I think he's in that too.
He's a weird guy. You got a weird look.
That
Funny
Joe Perry
guy.
show is weird as fuck. You should watch that. Robbie put me onto it. It gave me my first panic attack I've ever had.
Oh, I will not be watching.
No. It's weird. It was a weird situation that I had it. So basically, it's the first panic attack I've ever had. This is such a weird setting to have a conversation with. But I gotta hit you with the. I'm trying to be cute. I gotta hit you with the charm. This is how I charm women at the bar.
Does it work?
I find the highest possible place that I could reach my elbow to.
You like kneel on the ground by the bar.
Yeah. I'm like, tell me about your job. Like, is it even fun? Like, I bet that sucks. I just do this a lot. I smile. Keep a smile going.
Do you answer before they, or do you respond before they answer?
Yeah,
like
I ask a question. I ask a question.
Oh, wow, that's great.
I ask a question, and I go, I bet that's what you're going to say. I bet you're going to say that your boss...
I bet it sucks, huh?
Your boss... I bet you're going to say your boss is creepy and molests you, doesn't he?
Wow.
And they say, yeah, how did you know that? And I said... Baby, I've been there.
I'm going to need you in tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Yeah, babe, I've been there. No. But what was I saying? We're getting off track.
The Joe Pera.
Joe Perry, yeah. There's this episode where he is talking at his dinner table, and I genuinely, I might have been so high that I didn't even know, but there's an episode where it's just a shot, and it's like slowly zooming in. It's like it's like a 4-minute shot. And it's slowly, ever so slowly zooming in. And definitely made me feel everything. It made me feel sick and claustrophobic all in one.
That's a lot of Adult Swim is like anxiety comedy.
No, like it made my body cold.
Yeah.
And it made me like I couldn't breathe. It was crazy. And Joe Pera is just like this monotone guy who's like, he's like the shtick is that he's like this very nerdy, like, he talks like this. And
sure.
Everything is very...
Like
it's almost
Nathan,
Mr. Rogers.
Nathan for you, but to the extreme.
Nathan for you humor with the demeanor of Mr. Rogers, but even more calm. But yeah, dude, if we ever do have fans, they're going to like that. They're going to like me describing Joe Pera as us. It was
Have you ever seen Adult Swim's movie Yule Log?
No, what's up?
So, like, they put it out advertised as, like, those things where, like, pretty much every streaming service has it, and it used to be, like, a whole channel, like, by the music channels, where you could just turn on your TV and it'd be, like, a crackling fire for, like, on, like, hour-long loop.
It's called U-Log? U-L-O-G?
But you know what I'm talking about. Like, people will just, like, put, like, if they're having, like, a Christmas party, they might put, like,
sure, it's
a
like
burning
a
fire.
screensaver.
Yeah, essentially. But it, like, crackles and whatever.
Sure.
So it's that. It's like a 20-minute shot of a burning fire that's supposed to be like one of those things. And then after like 15, 20 minutes, it just starts to zoom out and it delves into a horrific, like a horror movie about a family being like terrorized at a cabin in the middle of the
Pretty
woods.
sick.
It's amazing.
I like that.
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds
such a good concept.
Fucking
because they
raw.
did not. Actually, no. They didn't advertise it at all. It just started playing after like Family Guy one night. It was just like 15 minutes.
Oh, it was an adult. You said it was an adult.
Yeah,
film.
it was just
Okay.
like a 15-minute long like burning log, and people like logged off. People are like, "What the hell is this?" And then after 15 minutes, it just zoomed out into like a 60-minute horror film.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's great.
It sounds awesome. Like I want to watch that. It's called U-Log, like
Yule,
eulogy?
yeah, Yule log,
Like
like Yule, like the Christmas Yule. I don't know what it
okay.
means.
I see.
Yeah,
I see. Yeah, so this episode of the Joe Pera thing, yeah, it was. I've never had that, and when it happened, I was sitting right next to Rob because he was showing me the show, and when I described to him what I was feeling, he was like, "Damn, sounds like you just had a fucking panic attack." I was like, "How does this calm, monotone man just give me a panic attack like that? He must have some sort of witchcraft powers." But that's just Joe Pera for you. I don't know what to tell you.
sounds like you're just a weirdo.
He is a weirdo, man. Speaking of weirdos, we had quite a night on Saturday.
Ooh, we had a
That's it.
night.
That
It
was
honestly,
interesting.
like every time I've told this story a good 5-6 times in the last 2-3 days now.
Yeah.
And each time I'm like, it was a great night. Like fun show. Like you did great. Everybody there did
Oh, it
great.
was so fun, dude.
And like we went out.
I'm still, I can't even talk. I'm so mystified. I'm still nearly truly mystified by the fact that like it went perfect. The show itself was picture perfect.
The show was great, and then like we went out and like everybody was cool. I liked most of the people that we talked to.
Yeah.
And and then it just took a 180 real quick.
To be fair, that's usually how those open mic crowds go. It's like at any place, it's like, yeah, you'll like most of them.
Yeah.
Be a couple bad eggs.
Yeah. Well,
and by bad eggs, I mean complete
Gagaloons.
Yeah. But anyways.
No, and like it was truly a surprise because that is not who I would have put at the bottom of my list of the people I liked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Them young boys coming.
I couldn't hear it.
Them young boys coming.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
There were several young boys coming.
Them young boys, there was an old boy. The old boy was...
Old boy brought the young boys to
So
come.
there was a little altercation. It's not even a big deal. It's like nothing. I don't even know what's really happened. I don't know what the end result was.
Honestly, like, obviously, like, what happened...
We probably shouldn't be talking about it, but it's all right.
What happened... Oh, we don't have to go into details.
Why not?
But what happened in our vicinity ultimately, like, was like, whoa. But I honestly think, like, the craziest part of that was, like, when we got told to, like, go back into the patio, everybody's got drinks, like, leave. To, like, not, like, come out into the parking lot. And the second, like, literally, like, 20 seconds after walking back in, you just hear glass smashing.
Oh, yeah, that was wild.
That was the craziest part.
Dude, something crazy, too, was no one even saw this because I cleaned it up. But they broke a table.
Yeah.
So there was a fight. His old guy was, like, manhandling his, like, wife or girlfriend or some shit. And we were
I truly thought when they were coming down the ramp that he was security because he was like, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Leave.
Yeah.
To her.
Yeah.
And then when I realized they were together, I was like, oh, this
Yeah.
guy's a complete piece of shit.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I heard from people in the bar saying
Oh, yeah, me too.
she was quite a
That's
nut,
what everybody
a nut
in
as
the
well.
bar said.
Yeah,
But
so
that
it may have
doesn't
been
justify,
She
like-
might have been the start, and she might have ruined his life right there. But it's him. It's triggering.
Yeah.
We know people like this who it's like they know better and they get triggered easily, and it ruins their life. And it's like, sure, ultimately it started with someone else, but it ended with you.
Yeah, but like he no matter the situation, like he can't be like pushing her around like he was.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it was just I don't know. He had like it wasn't even. I didn't even care about the way he was like pulling her. Like he was just grabbing her by the wrist and pulling her.
You
but
know,
it was like
somebody in the group called the police right when that happened. Before
I
all
didn't even
this,
know that. That's
yeah.
crazy. But I wasn't involved in the altercation, but I definitely said a few choice words. I said
Gagaloons.
I'm gonna bleep that out just for
Sure.
I think everyone knows what I said, but I said
Well,
that
for monetization purposes.
yeah.
course.
I definitely said that because he called us that, and so internally in a split second, even drunk.
I mean, it's obviously like this guy hates this word.
He definitely like that.
If he's using it as an insult, he does not like to be called that.
Yeah, he hates that. So even drunk me, maybe even especially drunk me, was like, oh, I gotta use that against this guy.
Well, and that was after you said he had a tiny penis.
No, that was before I said he had a tiny
Oh,
penis.
really?
Yeah. I called him the F word first. I called him the F bomb first. But I called him that in front of people who may have very well been disappointed in the fact that I would use that word.
I did hear somebody, I can't really remember, but somebody was like, yeah, and then like the homophobic slurs card started coming out. I don't know who they were referring to because several people
Probably me.
I mean, several people were using that.
Probably me.
Potentially.
But
You were one of those.
I guess I do regret that because I am embarrassed that I let the troll get in front of me.
Yeah.
Not showing people my actual thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But the troll was so good because as soon as I said that, the fire in that guy's eyes.
Well, do you remember when he threatened to like throw a chair at the whole table?
Oh yeah,
He like picked up a chair and literally wound up,
Yeah, that guy was silly.
and that's when the whole table just stood up.
Yeah, I definitely called some.
And then as he walked back in, he pushed 3 people.
I'm definitely gonna have people at that mic that do not like me because I said that.
I mean,
Yeah.
probably lost a little respect, but it's always something you can gain back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ultimately,
Because if I try to explain it to those people, like that's even worse. If I'm like,
Yeah,
listen,
you
guys,
just gotta
I
blow
know
past it.
I knew he didn't like it, so I stooped down to his level. No, it's
Listen,
like
I was getting in his mind.
I was in
see?
his mind. 7 beers deep. I was in his mind.
Yeah.
No. So that I mean, yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to learn to live with. But it's all right. It's not the end of the world. It's
And
it's just very stupid.
I will restate, as he was walking back in, he pushed 3 people into our table.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that is behavior.
Pushing?
Pushing women as a grown man who's like 6'5".
Well, I don't think any of those 3 were women.
I think maybe a couple.
One
of them,
could have been mistaken.
I think one of them might have been mistaken. Could have been mistaken.
The physicality of the situation was definitely elevated by our group. Ultimately,
Yeah. The guy swung first on him. I mean, maybe allegedly swung first. I don't know what I saw. I'm not to trust, but
who's to say, really?
But yeah, windshields.
I will
are
say,
broken.
yeah,
That
I will
was
say,
interesting.
a dude cannot fight.
Which guy? The old guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the old guy got tossed
He got
around.
clocked, and then he tried to throw a punch, and then fell into 3 different tables.
That's what I was gonna say earlier.
Yeah.
So when I picked up that table and it was fixed or it was broken, I looked down. There's a bunch of cups spilled, and there was a cup that was like broken in half, and it was still sitting up, but it was like a sharp like point. Like so, someone could have fallen on that easily.
I
and
got a shard in his
fucking
anus.
died.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty wild.
And then windows were smashed.
I also hate to be the
Shirts
person
were removed.
who removed shirts. Oh
I
yeah.
just look out after
Yeah.
the windows smashed. I look out and he's just shirtless.
Yeah, dude. He kept taking off
Oh.
his jacket and his shirt like it was like Bloodsport or something.
Yeah.
But or like it was like Karate Kid or some shit. But
Kumite.
yeah. Yeah, I mean,
It was
sometimes
an interesting Saturday night.
sometimes you do what you think you got to do. Sometimes you do what you got to do.
Yeah, sometimes you're thinking you're doing what you got to do.
Yeah. And sometimes you do what you think you got to do, but you don't have to do it.
Nah.
More power to you though. If you're decisive enough to make that decision and stick with it, that's very
Right.
powerful skill to have. May lead to ultimately to delusion in your life.
I'm just
yeah.
wondering how the other guy knew that that car was that car.
I think D was getting in it. D went and got in his car. He tried to drive away.
You think so?
Yeah, I gotta stop saying his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went and got in his car though.
But you think he was trying to leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he stuck the guy.
No, I know.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
But anyways, regardless, I also hate to be the guy who's like, oh my God, people fight. Oh my God, it's the biggest deal in the world. It's like, yeah, people
It
fight.
happens, yeah.
People fight, especially when they're drunk. I'm just, I kind of.
Especially when they're fucking raging alcoholic Raiders fans that are pieces of shit.
Yeah, I kind of just hope that crowd was, like post-ironic hipster enough that they don't take what I said too seriously.
I think ultimately that night just needs to be brushed off. Like it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, if I get approached about the whole slur, it is a slur, but I've heard more gay guys say the F-bomb with impunity than I've ever heard straight guy. That straight guy saying it was so jarring, to be honest, because like
Yeah.
I usually hear that from gay dudes.
Well, I mean, that's like saying black dudes say the N-word with
Yeah.
more impunity. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of their thing.
Yeah,
It's the same with that's their
it's true.
thing.
It's true. But
So they can.
yeah,
But no, he broke that threshold first, but
yeah, I let the troll out. I've been watching a little too much Fish Tank, so I think I just let the troll out a little too hard.
yeah, you were full Frank Castle.
I was hassling, dude.
Yeah.
I was hassling from a distance, dude. Yeah. I do regret.
Man, can
I
you
do
imagine
regret if I
had Frank
offended
in that
anyone.
situation?
I do regret if I offended anyone other than that guy. But it was only directed to offend that guy. The only reason I said
Just to get back at
it,
him.
yeah. So
It just happened to be out loud in front of a group of people.
yeah. Forgot about that. I forgot about that. That was a thing.
Yeah. There was another table of 4 ladies out there when it all kicked off. I think they just literally left.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope as little people as I think heard me call that guy a faggot.
Well, good news is all the people that actually know you
Yeah, they were there. They were there still. All the people I see every week
on a regular basis.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fine. It is what it is. If like that's other people's issues to worry about.
If it's
I
any
wouldn't
consolation,
dwell on it. Like,
I'm gonna put this in writing. I know I've said it a couple times. If it's any consolation, I am genuinely the least homophobic person on earth. I have I have so many black friends. I'm not racist at all. No, genuinely though, I do have. I don't care. I don't shudder it. I don't fear you guys at all.
yeah, that's good.
No.
That's
No. I don't care. I don't give a shit. That's obviously I don't give a shit. I just think that calling someone a word, especially if like they're not genuinely that word, that slur is directed at, especially if they just called you that. Like, I mean, that doesn't mean I'm going to call a black guy the N-word because he calls me the N-word. That's not what I'm going to do. But this guy who looks like he's a football player past his 50s, if he calls me a
Jagaloon.
100% hitting him back with that word.
Yeah.
100%. Probably 9 times out of 10. The one time that I'm not drunk, I'm going to be like, maybe I shouldn't say that.
You probably still will.
I'll probably still be passionate about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something I'm going to have to live to regret for the rest of my life. So that happened.
That you will live to regret?
I think I maybe not live to regret, but I regret it actively already. I already am living in regret.
It is what it is. Again, I think a lot of other things that night will overshadow it. I think people will move on. I think you need to move on.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I got to do. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
It's just something, It's just something.
Again, if people do dwell on it, that's their problem.
It's a food for thought thing.
Yeah. People say worse things. People do worse things. Again, that night, people did worse things immediately after that.
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do, dude? I'm just glad my set went all right. I'm shocked that my set went all right.
It went great, yeah.
I wish I had it. Thank you. I wish I had it on tape somehow or recording or something because I definitely improv'd a couple things in there that.
There's definitely a small snippet on video.
Who has that?
The main one.
No, she just got a GIF.
Oh,
Just a fucking zip or whatever those fucking things are called, boomerang.
I saw her holding her phone up for quite a while during your set, but maybe that was
I
just
think it was a boomerang.
the first thing and then the light, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know who gets a real bad rep? And they
Who?
can't do nothing about it right now.
Who?
I've been thinking about this a lot.
Jay-Z?
Who knows? Dude's fine. He went to the Lion King premiere right after that.
He's trying to see The Lion King. I don't blame him. I've
Just
seen
trying
it.
to see some 12-year-old girls.
That's my
Specifically
first.
his daughter.
That's my first and only play I've ever been to, actually.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. But no, there's a whole country that is being maligned right now. Kind of, somewhat rightfully. But it's mostly just because they have one bad egg at the top. He may be a ripped egg, but he's a bad egg. And the whole country's getting a bad rep. And I think
Uke?
they're mostly some chill. What? No, Ukraine's fine. They're cool.
I mean, I don't know about
the
cool.
Ruskies. They're fucking, everybody hates them right now. And I think for the most part, they're pretty chill guys. They're like some of the most unserious people.
Yeah.
Like, they're super funny.
They goof.
Yeah. They just
They're the
goof
bros.
around.
I think they goof around.
They fucking wrestle bears.
Dude, that's goofing.
Yeah. That's Nubu goofing.
That is classic goof jinx. That's some high goof jinx.
Just because, one guy wants to fucking take over the world doesn't mean they all do. I think we need to give these Ruskies a break.
Hey,
Not in general, but, on a person-to-person basis.
why do people think that?
Give them the benefit of the doubt.
Why are there people that do not defend Ukraine? Because obviously in America, that's the narrative pushed. Like, you should be defending Ukraine because they're being attacked by Russia. But there are people in the world that are like, nah, Ukraine
Yeah, they're
should
called
be attacked.
Russians.
No, other than Russia, there's a political purpose to it.
I don't know, because they believe that Russia has the right to that country. I don't know.
What is this? I can't even say it because I don't know what I'm talking about. So
I don't
can't
either.
say.
But like,
There's something. There's
it's just
something.
Everybody hates on Russia right now.
People call. Dude, I wish we had a smart fan base, because for some reason people call.
I wish we had a
Ukrainians-
fan base.
People call Ukrainians Nazis for some reason. There's something they do.
It sounds like a meme.
It's yeah. There's some articles about it. I'm gonna have to look into, but
But like,
there's something about it that people say Ukraine's bad guys. Some people, and I don't know what that's all about, but they might be. I don't know.
I mean, historically, maybe.
It appears
now,
it
they,
appears to be that Russia is the bad guys.
Yeah. For the most part.
But I also don't believe much like mass media, because it's all
Yeah, no. I mostly am going off of like, one, I see these Russian memes. These guys are hilarious. Two, I just saw the movie Anora. Great movie, by the way. Fantastic movie. Real hot. And
they show titties in it.
all the time, yeah. It like opens with tits.
They show the mango's tits.
Yeah.
Nice,
Like literally the opening shot is her tits.
nice, dude.
She's great in the movie.
Yeah,
Tits are great in the movie.
That's
But
love to hear it.
there's this actor, full Ruski, and he's amazing in it. Plays this guy, Igor, of course, and the character is amazing. He's such a good actor. And so this film page that I follow reposted like a scene from a Russian film that he was in that got like a lot of accolades. That was probably what led to him getting this role.
Yeah.
And all of the comments are just like, wow, can't believe this page is run by Russia, Russian propaganda. Fuck this guy. This guy's actually a piece of shit. It's like, bro, this guy's an actor. I looked it up, and he hasn't like really lived in Russia for like the last like 2-3 years.
Did you by chance look at the bios of any of those people?
They're mostly bot accounts. Yeah, like
Bot
0
accounts,
followers,
See,
following
what
like
about
300
them? Like,
people.
was there anything similar about them?
No, not really.
No?
Not that I can think of.
There's
no.
no like.
Gagaloons!
Is there anything in the bios or in the
No.
captions of their photos that were all posted on the same day?
Well, I mean, that post was posted that day, like 2 hours ago, and there were like 300 comments, all being like, "Fuck this! Like, I'm unfollowing. You're just Russian propaganda now. Can't believe this page is run by Russia." And it's like, what? It's just a chill movie, guy.
There's. I see that and I say there's something fishy about that.
Yeah.
This is not America doing that.
Well, I will say,
That's not America doing that.
Russia paid YouTubers to endorse Trump handsomely.
Yeah, isn't that what the whole thing was about? Isn't that what
The
Russia?
whole thing, life.
That was like the whole thing the first time, the Russian collusion. Wasn't that what the who was getting the collusion? The
what,
bad
like
rapper. Was that the libs last time?
The collusion.
Yeah, there was like voting
No.
collusion
I
with
mean,
Russia.
it's always been for Trump.
Was that was for Trump in
You're talking about in the
2016?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always collusion, dude. That's why it's dumb to vote.
No, it's not dumb to vote.
It's dumb to vote.
It's not. But
It's dumb to vote.
dumb to vote for a guy who would literally say, "Yeah, I'm gonna. If my first act in my second term is gonna be free all these domestic terrorists."
I will never vote for a person that I haven't spent at least a full day's worth of time with.
In person?
Yeah, in person. That's
You were never going to vote
basically. Well, sure, yeah. I mean, basically, that's what I'm saying.
unless
but
I or Robbie run for president, or
Bingo.
I or
what's wrong with that? Think about what you're saying. What's wrong with that? I know you guys.
you should know. Then I wouldn't make a good president.
Well, if you get your act together, maybe
No.
you might do all right. If you
I
get your
don't know.
fucking act together and stop stinking like a bad egg, maybe you'll be all right.
That's.
But you need to have more pep in your step, and you
It's
need to
called
really fix your
halitosis.
diet, and you need to get more vitamin B, more energy, more pep in your step, and maybe you'll become the fucking president one day, guy.
I just came here from 11 and a half hours.
You
of
look like
work.
the fucking president of America, guy.
Hello.
Hello, America.
Hello, America.
No, truly though. Why? I can't even. I'm not saying I'm not open to changing that, but at this point in time, if I really think about it, I can't even wrap my head around. And this maybe sounds so. I think in a lot of directions it sounds extremely dumb, but personally,
It's not the most logical.
personally,
I mean, there is some logic.
sure,
to
because
it.
because the likelihood of me knowing a presidential candidate is very low.
Well, I'm not even saying that. Just
But that's what makes it non-logical. Is because the likelihood of that is so low.
No.
What makes it illogical?
just like the basis of like, oh, I won't vote for somebody unless I meet them in person. and
Spend
can
time with them. I don't want to
them.
meet them. I want to spend time with them.
Yeah.
That's all it really takes. It takes me like a day of camping for me to understand what type of person you are.
I know, but it's like with everything they do out in the press, you could essentially.
That's fake.
It's not all fake.
It's fake. That shit is fake. Didn't we talk about this last time?
I don't know.
That
but
shit is not real. The whole campaign is fake. The whole politics is fake.
But
I want to see the real person. That's who I want to vote for. That's why I can't vote. I can't bring myself to vote for a person who I don't even fucking know who is the actual person.
it's kind of the point.
I know.
They're supposed to be a representative. They're not supposed to be like your best friend.
Exactly. I don't want to understand the representative. I want to know the person personally. That's what I want. And a presidential and a candidate that I'm willing to vouch for.
You probably could have met Kamala.
I don't know if I wanted to, unless I was hitting from the back. Nah, I'd probably hit missionary. Missionaries where you can see the titties still. It's like legs up on the shoulders. That's missionary.
I mean, legs can go anywhere. Missionaries, yeah, just.
This
What are you holding?
legs.
I mean, you don't have to hold the legs, but yeah.
But missionaries like when they're on the back. it's on
Missionaries,
corner
the
of the bed.
standards.
Yeah, dude.
You're
Yeah, I'd
face
probably
to
hit
face.
missionary. I want to see the titties jiggle and shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to look Kamala in the face. That was
Oh, that's probably how she sounds. Oh my god.
Jewish?
That's
Actually, that last one wasn't bad.
That was pretty good, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you know who I blew away, or what impression I did that blew away a coworker today?
What'd you do? What'd you
We were
hit?
talking about cartoons, old cartoons that we used to watch. And this guy was like, "Do you know the? I used to watch this all the time. It was like on Adult Swim. It had like a pile of meat in a
Meat wad?
yeah." I was like, "Are you talking about Aqua Teen Hunger Force?" And he looked it up. He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Of course.
do
I
you
fucking love that." He's like, "That little meat guy is hilarious." I'm like, "Meat wad? Yeah. What are you talking about, bro?" And then I told him he has to watch Hand Banana.
Yeah, Ham Banana, dude. That's an episode.
He
that
was
really,
like, and I don't know. We're like close, this coworker and I, but we're not.
banana.
I don't know his humor all that well. I'm like, if you watch Aqua
That's
Teen Hunger Force, though, you should at least.
He's gonna watch that episode and be like,
Yeah. I'm like, you know their neighbor Carl? He's like, the human? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. I'm like, you just watch it. This dog.
Don't tell him anything. You just say, watch episode of Ham Banana.
I was like, this dog does some stuff. And he's like, all right, I'll check it out.
Yeah, Ham Banana is the best episode of Aqua Teen. Like, there's certain episodes, like the dentist system is like one of the most superior episodes, I think, of It's Always Sunny. Ham Banana is like the most superior episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force because it's like, it's the same reason that the dentist system is so great is because it like it teeters on the line of being so uncomfortable and bad.
Yeah.
But it like still finds a way to make it funny.
Yeah, I mean, even in the dentist system with it being live action, like it's done in such a cartoonish way that like all of this severely problematic stuff is just hilarious.
Yeah. And like the soundtrack. You know what I mean? Like the songs.
I mean, the best part of the dentist system is the.
Yeah. And the songs, I think there's a song playing in that.
Yeah.
Or no, I go silent, I think, when he does that stroke. But yeah, it's just good shit, dude. It's just
You know, that's his wife in the dentist system.
Yeah, of course I know. I really sure you're telling me don't blame myself. Howerton.
Jill.
All right, don't dox her, dude.
She lives at
Fish Tank, dude. How about it, Bert? Did you watch the finale?
No, I meant to before today, but I haven't had time. I got like 4 clips pulled up that I think are the only ones I really be interested in since the road trip, which is the Ball Brothers concert, the paintball.
Ball Brothers concert's kind of it's pointless.
It's like the highlights of it. I'm not watching like
Yeah.
any of these in more than an hour.
They just had like a
clip.
bunch of just
the
white trash
paintball,
dudes.
something else, and then obviously the whole finale.
Yeah. No, the finale was good.
Pretty disappointed, honestly, man.
I know you're part of these people who were like, you weren't posting, but you were like doom thinking, like, and I still don't understand the philosophy of doom posting, like, or whatever. Like people on Reddit being like, this is fucking terrible. Like you guys are saying this is Kino, this is terrible, this is dumb. They put it together, they fucked up, whatever. It's whatever. I mean, leaving Bert in the middle of nowhere was pretty funny.
Look, I think ultimately we'll look back and be like, yeah, that was like it turned out well. But especially with the ups and downs of the whole season, I think people wanted a big in-house finale that kind of wrapped everything up.
Sure, yeah.
And then I think the road trip was pretty promising until all of the technical issues.
Yeah.
And I think it just had a big enough fall off that people didn't really tune back in, which is ultimately the camp that I mostly fell in because I watched a significant amount less
The
after.
house was so great, dude. And like, dude, after 2.0, it was so good before 2.0.
Yeah.
It was so good. It was pure Kino before 2.0. Joe would just get drunk till 3 a.m. and berate people with the worst things you could possibly tell them.
I truly think
It was the best.
And obviously season 2 is supposed to blow us away with where it's going to go. But from all that I've seen so far, from the bits of season 2, from all of season 1, those 2 nights where it was Frank Haslin, Symbol,
Oh my God.
and then into Job, Haslin, Frank and Job, and then just Job, Haslin, Jeff, was like the 3 to 4 best nights of Fish Tank ever.
Oh
Ever.
my God, the Job Hassel was so nice. Dude, the problem was that it kept going down. You know what I mean? Like, Frank was peak, and then
They took him off
the peak,
so
the
quickly.
Peak, the peak of the show.
Frank needed to be there for the 2.0 cast
The
before they
peak-
kicked everybody off, honestly.
The peak of the show was Alex B and Connor leaving at the same time. That was genuinely the peak of the show. That's where it peaked.
Yeah,
And Frank left, and it started to go down, and it was still pretty good because Job was around being funny. And then 2.0
kicked Job
happened,
out.
and they brought these douchebags and these bimbos in, and it just ruined it for straight 3 days. And then they start booting them left and right, and they boot the most likable bimbo first. They booted Turbo first. They should have kept Turbo around and told her what happened.
well, technically, there was one guy who got the fastest boot in Fish Tank history. He was the first one.
Yeah, that was great.
And before, it was like him and then, who was the Iranian
Why
guy?
did they do that?
Kawan?
Kawan.
Yeah, Kawan came in, literally said like, hey, what's up to that guy? And then they're like, hey, dude, can you grab your stuff? And then they're like, we just need to film your entrance again. And then he never came back in.
Yo, why did they boot that guy?
The online theory was that he was he posted a lot about Big Brother on his social media. Like he was a big Big Brother
know who
fan.
Luke is?
Yeah.
Oh, how do you not figure that out?
I think there was a lot, especially with the 2.0 stuff. I think there was a lot going on behind the scenes that kind of messed it up. Because like
It's got to be a lore.
It was hilarious when Kawan got kicked off, but when he revealed all that he knew,
He didn't know.
No,
He was
no,
lying.
I know, but just the thing about like, yeah, we're on a day rate. They told us we'd only be here for a couple days. I don't know.
I think he had convinced himself that he could talk his way into staying longer.
Well, I think also once everybody else got booted off, he was like, okay, they're keeping me.
Yeah.
You know,
that
like-
guy was insane.
Yeah, he's like, I'm the winner of the next
That
group.
guy was fucking like a crazy person. Like, dude, you can tell that they're genuinely crazy people. Like, it's actually insane to me that they
Primestein.
got- Alex Primestein was great, but that dude, they took a group photo with him as soon as they booted him off, and you can see it in his eyes that he's like manic.
Yeah.
Like he hadn't been sleeping well in the house. He'd been up drinking for like 4 days straight. And then these people just gaslit him.
The second Peyton left, she did like a live where Job hopped on for like 30 minutes. And then after he left, Kawan hopped on for maybe like 2 minutes. And I think Peyton ended it.
Yeah, it's just oh yeah, and the dude made his whole Twitter and everything like that. Like Kawan fish tank, Kawan crash out, Kawan, I'm Kawan crash out. It's like, dude,
douche.
that dude fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That dude, as soon as I saw him too, I was like, this is why I don't like Persian people. Like, this is why I don't tell people I'm Persian. Is because I don't want them to think I'm like this guy.
This is why I stopped wearing that exact necklace.
Yeah, this is why I stopped. Seriously. This is why I stopped wearing Farvahar. This is why I stopped. This is why I started tucking my gold chain.
Yeah.
Is because this guy, it sucks.
Bro,
This guy
loved seeing him get
This
his
guy
ass
is
beat.
the word I was ashamed
Yeah.
to use in that group of friends.
Yeah. This guy would love that dude from Saturday night.
They would be best friends.
Yeah, they'd be best friends. I loved the Luke and him boxing match. I wish that he wasn't such a bitch and ended it early.
Well, he got his beating, and that was great. He got mad and was a bitch and embarrassed himself, and I think that
He embarrassed himself every chance he
I
got.
think that if douchebags are going to embarrass themselves, I think it's best we have a camera on them, so it's permanently stapled into fucking the bulletin board of history that they are a fucking douchebag,
Yeah.
and under pressure is when they show it the most. And so that they shouldn't be employed because
That's what
they're
we should have done.
untrustworthy
we should have
humans.
started filming that guy on Saturday.
Oh, that would have been good content.
Yeah.
That would have been good content. Yeah, we just don't. We're not that like lame. You know what I mean? We're not that lame yet. We got to get that lame.
Yeah.
We got to be that lame to where like we see people fighting and we're like, let's get the phone out and do something funny. Like let's extort this this dangerous situation.
You might have contained yourself a little more if a camera was on.
For sure. Me too. Yeah, you talking about me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe.
I go, you go, yeah, me too.
I mean, I'm on camera right now, and
we can edit this.
Yeah, I am in charge. I'm the captain of what gets seen.
Yeah, no, the whole 2.0 cast kind of sucked, except for Turbo.
Turbo was nice, dude.
She had a great talent.
Turbo was nice, dude. You know what's the funniest? I mean, I guess no, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. But Turbo was nice. Turbo was hitting different, even though she was just as dumb as every other OnlyFans thought that's ever been thrown into the fish tank.
Yeah, but she had that sick octopus.
That octopus was nice, dude. I'll tell you what, dude. I think we're getting close to the time where we should start getting into pitches. Yeah, we're at 43. Yeah. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first? We don't have a video from Jack.
No, I just realized that.
Good Lord. Let's just FaceTime him.
He's not going to answer. He's not going to answer.
Let's see. I'm going to FaceTime him. He was supposed to get on here and he was supposed to get on here anyways. I know to hold my mic to this because the screen recording won't pick up the FaceTime audio.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I know that?
You've done it?
Yeah. Recorded FaceTime sex.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can listen to the audio because it didn't exist. Unfortunately.
Sick.
Yeah, what a bitch.
You want to hear this breaking news?
Yeah, actually, I think I had a video to show you too. What's up? What's the breaking news?
Oh, never mind. This isn't breaking news. Tweeted at 4:09 p.m.
What's the breaking news?
But Luigi, our boy Luigi.
Yeah.
Not my boy. I hate how people love this guy.
Yeah.
He's a murderer. He sucks.
No, dude. That was what I was going to talk about today. We didn't even get to talk about it. Show me this, and then I'm going to get into it.
I can sum it up quick. Like, I hate how much people are glorifying a murderer. But Fox News is saying Luigi Mangione is reportedly the grandson of a multimillionaire who made his fortune as a real estate developer before expanding into nursing homes, hospitals, and office buildings. The family also built a country club and owns a radio station. I knew it. He went to Ivy League school. He's a fucking rich little boy.
I was last night I started bursting. My gut was busting into laughter because I imagined I was staring at a photo of Brian Thompson, and it's just so funny to me to align this picture of this guy. You know, the poster picture for him.
Yeah.
You know, the one where he's just smiling. Yeah, it's insane to me to take that picture and look at that guy and go, fuck this piece of shit.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, this guy has a family. His guy's house is not as expensive as my brother's house.
Yeah.
He's the CEO of a $1 billion corporation. He's doing his job.
Yeah.
This guy has just worked hard.
I know. It's crazy.
He's just worked hard for
there's
his
now
family.
a huge movement being like, kill everybody with a certain job title.
People think that this was like he was the man in charge. Like, sure, he was the CEO. That does not make him the man in charge. That's like killing the president and being like, all the problems are solved.
Yeah.
So it's like, so it's so funny to me that people, it's a compliment to call them people, to call them humans. It's so funny to me that you can see the picture of this guy, have any form of logic, and think this guy is literally just doing his job. Even in an article, they made a point to state that his house was $1.5 million. That is less than my brother's house.
That's like the average housing price in America right now.
Killing him is like if you killed my brother.
Yeah.
And was like, and everybody in America was like, fuck that piece of shit. This Luigi Mangione is a hero.
Yeah. It's nuts.
The same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Well, and like that McDonald's worker who called the police is now getting death threats.
Everyone is fucking retarded.
Yeah. It's insane. It's insane.
And truly, the only thing is to not care. And it's more of an advantage to not even know at all.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah,
It's more advantageous to not even be aware of this scum. But if you can be aware and also not care, it's genuinely a superpower, I think. And that was my tidbit. I was laughing about that last night. I started bursting into tears and laughter because it's so ridiculous to me that Twitter is full of hatred for a dude who was literally just doing his job.
Yeah, this chubby, jolly guy is the face of evil now.
And I'm sure this guy was like cheating on his wife. I read an article, it was like they had been separated for a while, and his wife was like honestly kind of standoffish about like how much she really was sad about it. Maybe he was cheating. Maybe he was a bad guy.
Who gives a shit?
But he was not like the poster child of evil. Like, this is not the Riddler. Like,
Also,
he didn't kill the Joker.
Yeah. Didn't deserve to die.
It's insane. It's just funny. But yeah. Like, they're acting like he like went up and like killed like an Epstein level dude.
Yeah.
Like, he did his research and was like, this guy's he's the ringleader. And if that evidence comes out that maybe Brian Thompson was the ringleader, I'll eat my words. But I don't think that's the case.
If we find out more and he truly is the most evil man in history.
I don't think that's the case.
No, it's not the case.
I don't think that's the case.
I don't think that it would be this crazy if Luigi wasn't incredibly attractive.
No, yeah, he's a good-looking fella. As soon as I saw him, I was like, yeah, this dude is actor level handsome.
I mean, my first thought was, this guy's in great shape.
Yeah. It's good shape.
Yeah.
I didn't even see his body at first. No, then I saw his body, and I was like, this guy...
Oh, I showed it to everybody. I'm like, this guy isn't just in, like, decent shape. This guy is ripped.
I was like, there's no way this can be truly about money, because this dude could get a gay guy to pay his rent in a heartbeat.
Well, it's not money. Dude is rich already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's like his back. He that's the thing is, like, I saw stuff that's, like, talking about how he... And I always say I saw stuff.
I just read his short little manifesto like right before we started shooting, and it doesn't make like any sense.
Yeah, I say I saw stuff because I truly did see stuff. It doesn't mean that I believe it or I think it's credible or whatever, but I saw something that said that he like people who they talked to trying to get more like people he used to know, friends and stuff, were like, yeah, he just had a back surgery that basically changed his life. So the general assumption was that a medical professional convinced him to have this back surgery, and then an insurance company fucked him out of everything, and then he like couldn't get the proper treatment and just is tortured by this pain or whatever. And that's why he was driven to kill this guy. Like, he was responsible for all of it. But when you really put it that way, that's like a horrible movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a terrible movie story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the video, he seems to be moving around just fine. I don't think his
Yeah.
back is troubling him enough to.
That's true. The
If he,
video's
had
short,
if he had wheeled into frame and shot him and wheeled off in a wheelchair or scooter, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, anyways, maybe I'm.
He's a pretty funny guy, though.
Yeah.
Leaving a backpack full of Monopoly money in Central Park. That's pretty funny.
I didn't see that.
That's
He did
comedy.
that. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
The backpack that he had in the video, they recovered in Central Park, and it was just full of Monopoly
You know
money.
how dumb this is, dude? Oh, God, that was bad. A little chunk of my hair. He had, it was just dandruff shit. He had the pistol and silencer with him.
Oh, he was fully ready to get caught.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why would he was in 2 other
He
states.
had that. He had the manifesto, and he had multiple fake IDs on it.
Manifesto, sure, but it's like, why do you still have the gun on you?
He wanted to get caught.
He wanted to be sure that he gets charged with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's no question. Yeah.
No, he's trying to get out of extradition to New York, by just being charged with possession of a firearm in Maryland or Pennsylvania.
Interesting.
Yeah, what he was like being taken into court for today was his extradition case on whether he goes to New York or not. He's going to fucking New York. This guy's an idiot. This guy's a full-on idiot.
Yeah.
You can't beat a murder charge by just having a gun on you.
Trump is going to rape this guy. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
No.
If he's freeing everybody on January 6th.
No.
I forgot.
There's already
Trump
there's already posts on Twitter that's like,
Trump is daddy CEO.
yeah, no. Well, there's already posts on Twitter like people are. This is very silly too. I saw this, but someone posted and they were like, "Are your shooters?" And it was like Kyle Rittenhouse, and it was like our shooters. It was Luigi Mangione. It was like a pro-liberal post, and there's already that going on. There's already like this guy is a freedom fighter type deal.
Retarded.
Yeah.
This guy's a psychopathic murderer.
Yeah. I do think that stuff dies down. I think that like
Oh, it will.
I think it's the natural reaction because social media just pushes it so hard, and the you-know-who's push it so hard because they want the narrative to change the sculpture of culture.
And they always just want an interesting story.
By you-know-who's, I mean just like regular like media, like CEOs, like just regular media guys. Like no particular like religion, just like regular guys. Yeah. Just like regular, just anyone.
But people want it to be a more salacious story. The fact that he got away so quickly, that he looked so professional, people were like, oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Now that he's caught and he's hot, they're like, oh, it's even more interesting. It's even more. Once they realize he's just an idiot, it's going to go away.
Well, he is a smart kid, but he is also a crazy person.
He's an idiot.
He's just a crazy person. No, he's not an idiot. He's a crazy person.
He murdered somebody. That's pretty stupid.
That's not dumb. It's insane. He's a crazy
pretty
person.
Stupid too.
He's delusional.
Yeah.
More people are delusional than you think. That's not a dumb thing.
Oh, I
You know
live
what
in
mean?
this world. I know, man.
Delusion is not a dumb thing. It's a mentally ill thing.
Buddy, I work in Hollywood.
Yeah, you're right. You're true. You're true to your word.
Oh, I'm so true.
I'm so true. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. I guess maybe I got I'm not upset. Maybe I got too passionate.
You're a passionate guy.
I'm a passionate guy.
Let's get passionate about some pitches.
Yeah,
though.
let's get passionate about some pitch.
You want me to go first or you want to go first?
You can go first.
All right. Hit that, buddy.
I guess it's go time.
Fuck.
I guess.
It's
It's go time.
It's not go time.
Go
though.
time on pitches.
Before we start, do you want another beer? Want me to grab you another beer real quick?
Sure.
All right, right.
Actually, I'm going to piss too.
Double clap. Call me fucking Eric Clapton, baby. All right, let's get into these motherfucking escalator pitches.
All right. You ready?
All right, yes, sir. Let's go.
All right. This one is a bit of a thriller.
Thriller.
A little bit of a thriller.
Yeah. Billie Jean is not my lover.
It's a different song. When an old, rich winemaker is suspected of murder, everyone in the quiet French town turns on him and his hidden past begins to be brought to the surface. That's called Red Stains.
Very interesting.
Oh, very interesting.
So is he killing people and making wine out of them?
No. So
Making blood wine?
might be a little topical. I think he's a retired. I know this word is a bit taboo
Liberal.
right now. CEO,
Oh my god.
and he worked for a pretty seedy company,
Oh my god. Holy shit.
pretty shady.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
And so once he gets out, he kind of retires to the French countryside, buys a winery, and is living there peacefully for about.
Let's go, baby. That's what we do. Said to show him what's good real quick.
Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted,
Sorry about that, man. I said to show him what's
he
good.
was living quietly for about a decade, maybe like 20 years. And then one of his workers is moited on the job.
Waited.
And everyone suspects him. But I believe we'll do. So we reveal that like when he was in charge of this company, they were doing real shady stuff. And he was kind of just paid off. And now he's having a conscience and wants to kind of unravel this company's secrets. Like maybe they're about to roll out something that he was like always in the works when he was there, and it's going to be real bad. And so he wants to put a stop to it, and they find out about that. And it's an attempted hit on him that goes wrong. And now like people from that company just decide like, okay, if we couldn't kill him, we'll just infiltrate this town and make everybody think it's him and just get him put in French prison for the rest of his life.
The company.
Yeah, the company.
So he's innocent.
He's innocent.
He's
not
innocent.
his past though. He did some bad stuff at that company, but now he's trying to make good on that.
Yeah, he's just that innocent winemaker.
Yeah, he just likes his wine.
He does
He
like
just
a
wants to drink a
winemaker.
little vino.
He's like an innocent winemaker, just like making a vino.
But I was just in France. Don't want to brag, but I was, and it's beautiful. And so I'm like, I want to shoot some here.
What if people were dying here?
Like, what if everybody died?
What if we do a little death
Yeah.
in? I mean, yeah, I get it.
And you know, red stains.
I get that natural inclination.
You get the double meaning of the title.
Red stains, wine,
Wine,
blood,
wine.
blood. But you know what you get, what you
Both come out with a little club soda.
what you do to get the wine out? You do a little peroxide. You do a little peroxide. You get the blood out, not the wine, but the blood. You get the blood out with a little bit of peroxide, so it don't stain.
That's how you do it.
Anyways, good shit. Good comeback. That's a comeback story if I've ever heard one. You just came back onto the scene with a hit film. You ready for mine?
No.
Why? What's wrong?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did I not feel like I appreciated your...
I know, you were very attentive.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm joking.
Oh shit, dude! I thought you were
You're still
disrespected.
salty about that fucking interruption.
Oh, you are? I'm sorry, dude. I had to show the gang my what we was on.
What is it?
I had to show Squad what we was up to.
No, wait, I'm not up to that. Hell no. I don't live here. None of this is mine except this.
Hopefully you
got for me?
understand. Hopefully you understand why I had to interrupt you. It wasn't intentional.
Seemed quite intentional.
All right. In this horror thriller, an outspoken sex-positive IRL streamer becomes a suspect when a string of deaths happen to occur in the background of her streams over the span of a few months. With no logical explanation, she must take things into her own hand to find out who or what is responsible for the coincidences.
What do you mean in the background of her stream? Oh, sorry. What's the title?
It's called Has to Happen.
What do you mean in the background of her streams?
In the background of her streams, like she's walking down the street and like a guy falls, dies.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like if you're seeing people murder her in her streams, like obviously she's not the killer.
No. She's not getting killed. It's people like she's at the store and
She's
a guy.
just a harbinger for death.
Yeah, she's a harbinger. Exactly. Yes. It's absolutely what it is. Yeah, she's a beacon.
It's like
She's a beacon for death.
a modern day Final Destination.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it is. It's like she's a beacon for murder, but she's
Except
not the
she's
one.
fine.
Yeah, she's for now. So, but it turns. So you think it's like something mythical. That's like the like the part that's kind of weird about it is you think it's like I'm watching a fucking like a sci-fi horror movie. Then you find out that it's actually it's corporation. It's a big corporation that basically they profit off of like the bad stuff that she peddles because children buy it. Like she's a she's a outspokenly sex positive IRL streamer. So she like talks about like shaking ass and like sucking dick and crazy shit.
Sure.
She's like the Cardi B of streaming.
But what is that? How do people die from that?
So
Did you come
basically
on this corner?
so no, not on that corner, the other one. But so basically it's
You're
not
not
it's not
on this
people
corner.
aren't dying because of that. The big corporations have been murdering, they've been killing people in the background of her streams because it grows her streaming like revenue and it grows her streams.
Yeah,
More
people
people
wanna
tune
watch.
in,
Yeah.
because they think something's gonna happen or there's a lore behind it.
But
So it basically just boosts her streams, and it creates this lore of like mystique behind watching her streams and attention towards her. It just makes her a bigger name.
so it's not just accidents happening behind her. It's like people actually getting murdered.
The whole time you think it's like the happening kind of like, but not as lame, but like you think it's like something is going on. You think it's like maybe her
Okay.
stream, like you're getting fooled. Like there's a lot of ways you could fool. It's like maybe like people think that like her streams are like
When she's
have
walking
some
down the
sort-
street, body falls in front of her, behind her,
shit.
and they just suspect this guy just jumped or something.
Yeah, type shit. Like it's just coincidence. But really, yeah, it's people. It's.
Did you ever see that Logan Paul video, the Japan one?
That's also kind of like that. It's kind of like where Logan Paul, that shit. But it's constant. Like it happens a couple times.
The video was so funny.
And she's like a dumb person, like a naive person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like she just like doesn't really have remorse for the people that are dying in her videos, which is why she keeps returning to doing it. She keeps returning to IRL streaming because she doesn't think there's any coincidence to it.
Mm.
You know? Like that's what keeps her going instead of like
Does she at
feeling
any
remorse.
point?
After I think the third one is when it would probably I think people would probably start to be like, is it her fault?
Maybe there's a pattern
Yeah,
here.
maybe she's like, it's her fault,
Yeah.
you know? And then she's like, no, it's not my fault. And then she has to find the reason. Then she has to grow some sort of introspection and into
Yeah,
it.
like the first few times it's like, geez, like this just happened. Wow, this chick's unlucky. And then it just goes into like, is she just like seeking out people that are
Yeah.
on the verge of killing themselves? Or,
Yeah. There's like people
Or is
creating
she
all
just
types
like
of theories.
going to like shady places where people are just going to die
Yeah.
on purpose?
Yeah. And like it could even get into like people creating theories like, oh, this person had posted at this time, like posted recently that they were feeling suicidal. Like she's clearly doing her research and people are funneling her research that tells her when people are going to kill themselves or act erratic.
Would you want it shot all like it's all you get is the streams?
That would be interesting, but no, because there has to be little
I hate
periods.
those high concept
yeah,
type of
yeah.
movies.
That's like too annoying, and it's
Yeah.
like too everywhere, and it would be like a million different streams. Like it would just, and plus she'd have to be like streaming her finding out about the corporate. Like that's not gonna work. So it'd have to be like a real movie.
Yeah. Of course that wouldn't work because they'd shut down her stream immediately.
Yeah, like duh. But it has to
any
happen.
close.
It has to happen because, it's basically the big corporations looking at like the fucked up shit she's doing to culture and being like, yeah, this is so profitable. Sex sells so much that like we have to make sure she keeps getting attention.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to the Hawk-Tuah girl. Kind of similar. Where like, yeah, she's just like this slut. She's just poster child for sluts that spit on penis. So let's give
you know
her
her latest thing,
let's
right?
give her everything. It's kind of like that.
You know she just scammed a bunch of people out of money.
I heard. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. And she is the type of person that would have no remorse, you know, about that too.
In
Just-
the middle of a Discord stream about how it wasn't a scam, she just interrupted like the head guy that she's with that actually like knows about crypto.
yeah.
Or enough to scam people about it, I guess. And she goes, "Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'll see y'all in the morning."
Yeah.
She's such an idiot.
Well, yeah, she's just a bimbo that spits on cock and got lucky, and the big guys in the corporation, the big men, they are boosting her because they need what she's doing to probably young white girls. Like they have Cardi B and like Megan Thee Stallion to appease and like to destroy young black women, and they need Hawk-Tuah to destroy white girls.
You know who we should have on the pod?
It's just to destroy women in general, really, honestly. People like this. And they're just catapulted into being
Stardom.
stardom with complete autonomy as to what they're allowed to say on camera.
Yeah, she's an idiot.
Holy shit, this has been a passionate episode for me.
You know who we should have on the pod?
Who?
A person I feel awful for, the guy who interviewed her.
Dude, I don't know if we even could. He'd probably try to charge us.
I don't care. I'd pay a little. I'd pay him a little bit, but he's like he has no popularity from it. At least from what I could tell.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got. I've seen those articles like he'd sued or whatever he's doing. So he got a little bit of buzz from it. But yeah, I mean, if we could, that would be awesome. If we could
Not
get
that
him,
he really should. She said the damn thing.
I know, but it's a platform.
But it is his video.
It's the platform. He was the one who said, all right, I'm going to pack my things. I'm going to go down on the strip and I'm going to start filming and interviewing people. He really did all the legwork. All she did was just be a dumb whore. But yeah, she did say it. She said the words. She's the one who's doing the hock-toing.
She spat on that
She
thing.
spat on those things, all those things.
On Pookie's thing.
And that's the worst
I
part is
hate
that
her.
like
I
that's the
hate
worst
her.
part. She definitely does not have the fire top. 100%. She does not have the good top. 100%. I would bet my entire check from my car getting stolen
And you know what?
on her
you're
not
watching
having
this,
fire top.
Prove it.
And on that note,
I guess it's go time. I guess
It's go
it's
time.
go time.
we've said some
Someday we got to tell the origin of that clip.
yeah. Well, oh yeah.
I don't think we have.
I have the clip. We'll just show it in the intro one day.
Well, that's just a
All
short
right, guys.
snippet of that night.
Thank you so much for watching and being patient with us. I know it's
We're sorry.
we haven't even said anything on social media about whether we're gonna fucking drop an episode or if we're even still doing it. We are still alive, just so you know. I'm man spreading just for you. Beep beep. We're still here. We're still alive. And anything you got left to say before I sign off?
I'm hoping by Nuevo Año for our Spanish listeners. By El Nuevo Año.
That's the new year for you English guys.
Yeah, or if you didn't know that, just intelligize yourself. Learn a little bit. Look it up. We're going to have a good old setup that will hopefully be permanent. Hopefully everybody will have transportation.
You get the new chairs yet?
No, we gotta pick them out.
Oh my gosh!
But-
excited for that.
Huh?
I'm excited for that.
Yeah. We'll get it all figured out, and it'll be super nice, and then it'll be a permanent thing, and
New studio, folks. New studio.
pretty much, yeah.
Perma studio.
Start decorating. Obviously not as nice or fancy as
Yeah, I
this,
mean you're not
but
gonna have an original Michelangelo in the crib, but not everybody can.
maybe an original Picasso.
I mean, original Picasso. All right,
But yeah, that's about it. We'll be back at you soon enough.
we'll have at least one more episode in December. Not promising every week, but I'm headed home at the end of the month, so we'll probably get one more in there.
I think we can, yeah.
And I'll probably be able to get a couple when I'm home. Maybe one
Yeah.
when I'm home.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out. All right, folks.
we'll be back in your ear holes real soon, in your face holes.
Ladies and gentlemen, babies and gentlemen, we've gone again.